Hey, everybody. It is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Cherie. And as promised, I am coming to you to do a vlog on be careful of the wrath of your own judgment. I was leaving out today and it came over me about judgment and how people cast judgment on one another's situations, one another's information they get from a trusted confidant or someone is sharing with you. And sometimes we think it's harmless, we are venting, but there should be restrictions on what you vent to someone else when the person that was venting to you didn't give permission. Because what we do is open the door in the way of people putting their tongue in your business, people putting it out in the atmosphere, their thoughts, their opinions that were unasked. And they're also casting judgment, doubt, worry, anxiousness. And so as corrupt as social media has become, as corrupt as the world has become increasingly more corrupt, I wish we can kind of go back to pandemic days, not with losing life, of course, but when we were shut in and facing ourselves and dealing with our own demons and self, and we couldn't, go out here all haphazard and just focus more time on your spirit, man. I sometimes wish those days were still around because I enjoyed the peace of hearing the animals and just the peace of hear from God, speak to God in my spirit, pray to God. I wish we could go back to a time where we respect one another more and learn how to respond in love, react in if it was you. And the wrath of your judgment is thinking that it couldn't be you, or that's not going to be my kid, or that's not going to be my marriage, or that's not going to be my job, or that's not going to be me in such and such years. I'ma do this, I'ma be that. That's just their situation. Understand that if someone is near you, you have crossed paths with them, you have been blessed to be fed and nurtured by people. Understand that that wasn't happenstance, that you aligning yourself with whomever gave you a glimpse and an opportunity to get a chance to see how people deal with things, how people approach things, how people cope with things, how people share things in confidence, how people go and grow through things together. You were blessed to be able to see a part of someone's evolution. You were blessed to be able to see a part of someone's conflict resolution. You are blessed to be able to see people that were distant and now they have mended their family ties. They have uprooted the roots of generational curse. So don't ever find yourself spitting out wrath on somebody else's situation. Don't ever put yourself in such a high place of judgment, high place of judging others, high place of casting a shadow of whatever opinion on somebody's situation or their loved ones. It is very serious, number one, and that spiritual attack may come across your path one day. And the same way you think you are in control of what comes across your path, there's entities and spirits in darkness, and God will allow you to be tested and tried to see what you would do in those situations. It may not be exactly what the situation was, but it may be similar, and you may have to think and reflect back on the people you once talked about, the ones that you once cast judgment on. You might have to go and reflect back on what they did just for you to be able to survive, because you'll realize quickly that your survival kit is not equipped like the person that you once was privileged to see them go through and grow through. Their survival kit and tools, they knew how to access them. They knew how to put on their armor. They knew how to stay with the oil. They knew how to stay in prayer and putting their head down on the floor and casting their cares down to the Lord. They know how to be humble. They know the sanctity of secrecy amongst your loved ones and really praying for one another and travailing and standing in the gap. They know that trust, honor, integrity, and loyalty and God's love towards one another trumps all negativity and BS. So maybe, just maybe, before you spit out or open your mouth to speak on somebody else's situation, one, if they didn't speak to that person about their situation, close your mouth. Two, if they didn't ask you for your opinion, or it's an opinion that you wouldn't tell them to their face, close your mouth. 3, if you are giving feedback and honest, true feedback and constructive criticism, pray about it together first. Go to your brother or sister and say, hey, I heard your turmoil. Let me pray with you. And then I'm going to ask God to use me as an honest vessel to shed light on some areas of what you just said that you may not even consider may have been a takeaway for you. But I'm going to ask God to release me to tell you so you won't take it personal, because I love you. In God's love, I want to help heal you with God's healing. I want to help align your thoughts so you can be proactive versus reactive. Pray about it together so that person knows when they hang up that you help them close the doors, and y'all bind the enemy together. Because when we're going through something, we happen to share or call somebody, we need that protective covering. And so that's another reason you wouldn't have to say certain things to certain people if they were equipped to be your protective covering. So if you are or are not equipped, irregardless to where you're at, if you're deciding to listen to someone, if you're deciding to give input, if you're deciding to take the bone back to people that's irrelevant to that person's situation, I'm asking God to give you the know-withal to know if you can cover them and protect them during their storm and their trial. I pray that if you cannot, and that you're just waiting to gossip, you're just waiting to have something to talk about them, I pray that God protects and covers your situations that will arise, because we are living beings in a world of wickedness and things will arise. I pray that God gives you the 2 legs and the strength and the power to stand tall when your grass.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Look at my watch. Somebody having trouble hearing me. Let me say that again. I pray to God that God gives you the strength and the power to stand tall when you need to cut your own grass so you can dig up your own weeds. All right? In God's mighty name, I pray for all those things. Amen. Amen. Until next time, this is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Cherie, the Inspired. See y'all soon. Bye.